Really?
We can't
Is that
just
why
sit
we're
here
here?
and talk about movies.
I've been waiting for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see how Keenan gets to kill her.
Right?
I'm
just-
not gonna do it right now.
I'm wondering
Probably-
right
Not
now.
right
I'm just wondering how we're gonna kill Keenan afterwards.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I'm not killing her right now. So, I
You
figured
to work on your
that's
poker
what's
face, Keenan.
going to
And
happen.
Stronger, so you
I
can
like
take
how we all just said right now as response to that.
Yeah, he can't get away with it now. So
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, roll initiative.
I love it. I love starting with initiative.
21.
14.
Also a 14.
14.
18.
See?
Actually
17.
having to roll dice. Like, how dare you? So not prepared.
Come on.
Hey, what do you
Nope.
use to track
Not
initiative?
prepared. 12.
12. Okay.
So wasn't ready.
So what was the question?
I said, what do you use to track initiative? I see you writing every time you do it. What format do you use? You just write names in order then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Same as I do.
It's actually a
Always hoping-
complicated algorithm we constructed. 5 engineers worked on it.
Oh, yeah.
And you came up with a piece of paper and a pencil.
Yeah.
Sometimes simple is the best.
It's the same for me when I play in person.
Yeah.
On Roll20, I use the Roll20's tracker.
And how about Nelfin? Can you roll initiative for Arabelle?
Sure, I can. And what would her modifier be?
She has a +2.
Oh, so a 5.
Oh, that's a lot.
Seriously? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay. So
the dice like me.
yeah. So if I remember correctly, you were all at the tower, at the Van Richten's tower, when most of you left Arabelle and Esmeralda behind. You went to investigate this strange tower. The tower sits inside of a dead magic zone, so no magical effect can actually be cast within 5 feet of it. And there are two, I think, iron giants. Golems. They operate this elevator that goes through the 4 floors of the tower. It's a very slow elevator. You managed to get to the top, and then you saw a man stepping out of the forest, approaching Esmeralda with a drawn scimitar, and this is Luvash, Arabelle's Arabelle's father. Yeah, and he's bound on killing her to prevent Strahd from being vulnerable due to his daughter's blood. It can be used to destroy this artifact known as the Heart of Sorrow. And I think Van Richten gave Vasero the instructions about how to conduct this quick and dirty ritual. Basically skewing Arabelle on a stake using the ritual knife. And Van Richten claims that this is the only way to make Strahd vulnerable, and Luvash is trying to stop you from doing that by killing her himself. And Arabelle, she was very panicked, she's very afraid. She saw Luvash coming, her father, trying to kill her in front, the tower behind, so she ran to the tower, and because she's unable to open the door or whatever, she just started to climb the outer wall. And I think this is where we stopped, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a bunch of you up at the top tower, at the top floor. If I remember correctly, it was Enoch and Aramil each going to the arrow slits. Gary just, trying to look around and find any piece of information or book or scroll or whatever. And Nelfin was considering sliding down the chains of the elevator.
Just jumping down, yes.
Yeah, or just jumping down. I think Vasero was still considering his next move.
Yep.
And
Right.
Mouse, remind me, you're about to climb up or down. I don't remember. Up.
I was climbing up.
Up. Okay.
Yeah, scaling the walls.
Okay.
Where's the girl?
She's
Outside.
outside. She's
Outside.
approaching the second floor. She started climbing just before we ended last time. So Gary, what do you do?
Well, I want to see if I find any information.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So, as you were scanning the vicinity of where you stand, the only thing that caught your eye was this big chest. You don't think it's locked, and there was a strange smell coming out of it. And everybody are scattered and running to the window, so you have, a couple of seconds to look at it or do whatever you want. So it's a big wooden chest. And there are metallic wrappings to hold it in place, and it looks new. The wood is new, polished. The metal bands are new, but this strange smell coming out of it.
Before I open it, I would like to check it for traps.
Go for it.
Isn't it the one that we already checked for traps?
I thought we did. I thought we investigated it and we couldn't find anything but the smell.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm good.
I can't remember.
But if you want to check it again, just go for it.
All right. I guess I'll check it again. Is that investigation or perception or?
Go for perception if you want to do it quick.
Oh,
Investigation.
my
if you-
investigation's better though.
Okay.
22.
Okay. So as I said, it's a new wooden chest. You think you detect the aroma of lavender emanating from
Oh,
it.
that's the smell.
I
Lovely.
open the chest.
Okay. So the first thing you see is the severed head of a Vistani. The how do you say it? The handkerchief that they wrap their. Is still there, red and dotted with yellow flowers. You can see that the skin was rubbed with oils to preserve it. So it looks like, like this. And it just sits there. And, the skin has this waxy complexion. And as you inspect the chest, you feel that the head radiates this magical aura. It's very faint, but it's there.
Okay. Is Von Richten is not up here, is he?
Yes, he is, but he's looking out of the window.
I thought he was down below with Vesero.
So
Vasero.
he's down below with Vasero.
Oh damn. Okay. Well, I'll grab that head, and I'll just put it in my bag. Like I'll have to think about this later, whatever the heck this is.
Okay.
And make my way towards the chains of the elevator and try to climb down.
Okay, so as you pull up the head, below it, there is a small scroll case.
Everything. Just put it in the bag right now.
Okay, it's in the bag. Very good. Mouse, what do you do?
So I'm trying to scale the inside. Is there a window up there that's maybe big enough for me to jump out?
So all
I
the
am
windows
small.
are arrow slits.
Yeah.
And I think we concluded last time that they're too slim for you to
Yeah.
wiggle through. Yeah.
Okay. How far away are they?
The tower
I know they're
is,
outside the tower.
Yeah. So the tower is. I think we discussed all this already, but. It's a 80 feet tall, and you have 4 levels, so each level is 20 feet high.
Yeah, I meant like how far from the tower is the girl that they're kidnapping.
So the
She's-
girl is climbing on the outer wall of the tower, so she's about 40 feet above ground. Almost.
All right.
Yeah, she's climbing
Well,
up.
Sweet. Then I'm gonna climb up to whatever arrow slit's closest to her.
Okay.
Try and grab her.
So you climb
How does
from
she
the
come
inside,
through? Yeah.
and she's from the outside. Okay, and you try to
Yeah.
reach and grab her.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do that.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Okay, so you manage to climb 20 feet to the first floor, and as you do, you can see her shadow kind of, sliding up as you look at the arrow slits. You'll see she's a little bit above you, but you think that next round you might be able to reach out to her. You want to do something
Right on.
in addition, say something, or
I
are you
No.
trying to do it quietly as possible?
think I'm gonna try and do it quietly.
Okay, great. As you go up and pass one of the arrow slits, I need you to make a perception roll.
Okay. That's great. 10.
10. Okay. You see the forest. You see Luvash and Esmeralda as she's holding her sword up front. But other than that, you don't see a thing.
All right.
Ramil, what do you do?
Anything strange that I see through the window? I mean,
Sorry, can you repeat that?
what can I see through the window right now?
So you go to the window. So as I said, if you look at the window that faces the forest and the dirt road that leads to the tower, you can see that Luvash has just emerged from the forest. He's approaching Esmeralda as if he's about to cut her down and just run for his child. She is obviously very protective. She is holding, scimitar in one hand and on guard. Making sure that he will not pass. But you can see that she's nervous, very, very nervous. Luvash is a very intimidating man. He's big. His movements are very forceful and intentful. So she's worried.
Okay. So there's not much I can do about that, but I want to try to see if I can find the source of the magic the anti-magic field,
Mhm.
the anti-magic around here. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it here in the office to search.
Yeah, go for it. You can make an arcana
Okay.
check.
So just a bit of a fumble. I think I got a 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think that the runes, if you remember the door that you entered through, there were no hinges or lock, but there was this metal plate with runes covering it. So you think that the runes are somehow connected to the magic that protects this tower. But if you want to make a deeper, investigation, you'll have to come down and look at it up close.
That's down on the
Okay.
main floor.
Yeah.
Do I still have some time to rummage around the office to see if
Yes.
I can find something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to see if I can find anything else. So if it's a perception or search.
Go
investigation?
for perception if you want to do it quickly.
Sure. Okay. Perception would be. Alright, I got 20.
20. Okay, so you run across the room and you indeed find this. As I said last time, there is a bed, the chest, there is a desk, and just below the bed there is a ruffle of blankets and pillows on the floor. And as you go around there, you can see that the blanket is covering something that looks like a man in armor lying on the floor. You only see one leg and one arm, gauntlet, but you think that someone is lying there below the blanket.
I yelled at Enoch to come help me pull him up.
Okay. And with this, Enoch, you hear Ramil's scream or shout, and you tell me if you turn back or not. But at this point, Esmeralda shouts as Luvash attacks her. Let's see. And he basically.
Also remember that my bear is right next to her.
Oh, okay, great. So, do you want to? We said that your bear and you will share initiative, right? It'll be much easier.
Yeah.
Okay. So Luvash is attacking her, and his first strike hits. Let's see. Okay. His second attack, she managed to dodge it. She takes a few steps back, but you can see a gash across her face when, exactly the place he cut her. Yeah, he kind of snores. "Get out of my way, woman!" And she says, "Never!" Okay. At this point, Enoch and Vasero after that. What do you do, Enoch?
Well, I gotta go. He called. I'm so torn. All right, I'm gonna draw my sword. I'll run over, and I'm just gonna flip the blanket off of the body with my sword. What do I see?
Okay, so you see an empty suit of armor. But there's something very strange about it. It lies, and the posture of the armor is as if someone is inside of it. It's very hard to believe that someone took an empty suit of armor and threw it, and it landed the way it did. It looks like someone is inside it, but you don't see anyone. It's empty.
Okay, well, I'll kick it.
Boom.
Real quick, because I'm leaving. I don't, as far as I'm concerned, this is not helpful right now. So I'll kick it just in case it wakes up.
Okay.
But
as you do,
nothing happens.
It flips and sits on its belly. And Aramil and Enoch, you can see that its back, it's covered with the same runes that are also found on the door of the tower.
What the hell?
Okay.
All right, well, can I grab it in my other hand? I assume there's straps of the armor I can grab.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to drag it over to the hole.
Okay, you do.
The mechanism that the iron golems are using, is it like a big wheel with wooden spokes and they're turning it?
Exactly.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Made of wood, yeah?
Yeah.
Burn it.
80 feet up? Okay, I want to throw the body at that mechanism.
Okay. Awesome. So you take...
And I am
Yeah.
proficient
in throwing
in
bodies.
improvised weapons. So, this is right up my alley.
Yeah. Go for it.
Strength base, I assume?
Yeah.
Who's on the elevator or on the elevator chains?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
Okay, so
7.
7. So the suit of armor flies, smashes against the wall, falls on one of the stone golem's face, and he just lies there on top of it, and he kind of tries to feel his way around the suit of armor, and he just leaves it there and continues to pull. And you see the feet are like this on his face.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, Vasero.
Can I yell something at Mouse without the guys upstairs hearing me?
You can.
In that case, I'm yelling, Mouse, remember, don't tell Enoch or Nelfine yet. I'm not going to do anything drastic or rash, but let's keep all options open.
Yeah.
And,
The
I
sound of
believe
the
you.
giants pulling on the chains kind of drowns your voice, but Mouse hears you.
Okay, and with that, I turn to Van Richten
Mhm.
and I kind of have the. I mean, we are in this magical kind of place and stuff, so I'm not really quite sure if he is not in illusion or not. So I'm trying to figure that one out, and the way I'm doing that is I turn to him and I like casually put my hand on his back and or on his shoulder, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of it. Don't worry. So
he looks
I'm
at your hand and at you.
So does it feel normal, just like a regular human?
Yeah, and he says, looking at your hand and at you, and he says, "I'm real, you dimwit."
Okay, I grin.
Okay, you hear Esmeralda shouting outside. She's basically charging at Luvash, flailing with her sword, and you can hear metal ching 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 ching. But she couldn't pierce his defenses. Nelfane, unless Vasero,
Yes.
you want to do anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the door to be opened.
Yeah, you can see that Van Richten is standing in front of it, very, very concentrated. And you can see that on the back side of the door, there is the same plaque with the same runes. And he looks at it, and suddenly he starts to do this.
Okay.
Van Richten.
Yeah,
The YMCA.
in front of the door. Okay. Nelfane, what do you do?
Yeah. Can I reach down to the chains and like climb down, slide down the chains?
Yeah, you can definitely try.
Okay. If I can't reach them, I'll just jump down and
Okay.
kill myself.
So roll, make a dexterity check just to see if you can do it gracefully or fall down and break both of your legs.
Ooh, a 9. I'm still rolling really well.
Okay. So you try to slide down the chains. The problem is that the stone golems are pulling and pushing them. They rattle, so you kind of slip, and you fall. Head. Almost opposite, and slam yourself on the empty suit of armor. So we have one giant with the suit of armor, and then Nelfane on top of it, and you all kind of. I need you to make another dexterity check because the suit starts to slide off of his head. Just making sure you manage to grab something.
That was a bit better. 18.
Oh, 18. Okay, so
Yeah.
so the suit of armor slides down and it falls down. Now I need Mouse, Mouse, Vasero, and Van Richten to make dexterity saving throws to avoid a falling suit of armor.
Oh no.
And you're on the wall. That's perfect.
6:30, 17.
Okay.
9.
Okay. Van Richten is very
Really
busy
focused
with
stealth that
his-
arrow slit.
Yeah, he doesn't see
Okay.
anything. Okay, Mouse. All you can see before this chunk of metal hits you is the shadow of someone. It looks like a man or something. Just falls down, and you go, and then splack. The suit just slams into you. You take. That wasn't a lot. You take 6 points of damage from the metal bits that slams into you, and I need you to make another dexterity save just to make sure you don't fall.
12.
Oh, 12. That's fine. You managed to grab on, kind of dazed and shocked from the hit of the metal armor, and you can look down and you can see it falling down squarely on top of Van Richten, who is dancing around, and he seems oblivious to it, and he just vanishes below it. Vasero, you can see that the weight of the metal just buried the old man. The floor cracked open, and he kind of slammed into a lower floor, maybe a basement or something like that. And
Oh, sweet! I found the dungeon.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Good job, Enoch. Teamwork.
By our powers combined.
Yeah. How much damage do I take from falling down on top of the iron golem and suit of armor?
So you take 7 points of damage after this small adventure. Now there is this huge cloud of dust going up from the broken floor, and all you can see, Vasero, is the hand of Van Richten buried beneath the metal armor. The hand doesn't move. At this point,
Expected more.
My bear also attacks outside.
oh right, so
Tries to, but only rolled an 11.
oh okay,
So
so
I can't roll anything today.
okay, so Luvash bats his paws, with a scimitar, and shouts, "Stand off, beast!" Okay.
But he looks menacing as he does it.
Yes, exactly.
It's very scary.
So we have Arabelle, who is last on the initiative order. She looks down and up, and she continues to climb up. Now, Mouse, with you on the looking at the arrow slits, you find it very strange. She seems to be making it to the roof. You think that she's trying to get to the roof, and you can see on her eyes something is wrong. She's panicked, frightened, she's crying, and she just going up and up and up. We're back to Gary.
So the last thing I did was head downwards, sort of like Nelfin. Not my alternative isn't to jump and kill myself though. I want to slide down on the chains.
Okay, so make again a dexterity check just to see that you manage to grab on while the iron golem rattle and shake the chains.
And Ria rolled better than me.
What was that?
15.
15 is good enough. You managed to grab the chain. They're moving and turning, and you try to grab for your life, but you can make it down very slow.
When I get down there, I think I want to run up to the door. If it seems feasible to do quickly, just remove the armor from the old Von Richten.
Okay, so you want to
Lift it
just
off him.
slide down the chains and not do it, in a more...
I'll take a risk and try to slide down quickly.
Okay, make another dexterity check, just to make sure you manage to grab.
Ah, shit. That's a 6.
So, yeah, you lose your grip as one of the iron golems shake the chain, and you kind of... okay, that's falling. Let's see. So, you know what? Roll a d10 and tell me what you got. Let's see how many feet you managed.
3.
3. Okay, that's not bad. So you take that's 7. Ouch, 9. That's 16. 20 points of damage from just falling and splack landing on the metal armor that
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Like,
We killed Van Richten.
yeah, he's dead. He's super dead. He's like just meat,
The
like grounded meat.
Somebody has to learn the dance. Or
So
we're not
crater's
gonna be
getting
able to
bigger.
get this
Exactly.
going.
So the crater is getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, you just lie there dazed.
We're so
Right.
elegant.
Yeah, but you made it in one round, so You still want to do something?
Maybe as the bonus action, that was all my movement and my action, right?
Yeah.
I would say, what the hell was Von Richten doing before you killed him? As I stand up, maybe to like start, dancing or whatever the heck he was doing.
You channeling his inner Madonna.
Yeah.
I
So
thought
it's-
he had turned Egyptian.
Yeah. So
Like-
it's- yeah. I'll try to again. Man. Wait.
Got it.
I see it.
Awesome.
So,
Mm,
do you
okay.
understand?
Right, totally understand.
I mean, I don't know the actual thing to solve it, but I see it.
So was he?
I'm gonna solve it the
Oh,
half-orc
actually,
way.
that there's
You
there
gonna
are,
break
there are
it?
small stick fingers.
Yeah.
Stick fingers there. So you have to like, yeah,
Oh, it's
do
a
each of
dance.
them.
I see. They're
Mm.
stick fingers. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You need to
And
start
there is a
with
start
one
at
that
the
go like
beginning,
this.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I'm gonna dance on the old man's corpse. Somebody has to.
Somebody has to. Gotta be the warlock.
Okay, so you get up and basically try to start to dance according to the runes that and the lines that connects them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gary stands up, dusts himself up, and then starts to.
Oh my god, I think you've lost your mind from up above. What is this lunatic tiefling doing?
He did just take a hard fall and
Yeah. He's got
I'm doing
brain
a lot better than
damage.
the old guy.
Wrap
Like I'm more
his brain on it.
dexterous.
Okay, so while Gary is dancing, Mouse, what do you do?
So does it look like I could maybe break one of these arrow slits and climb my way through it?
So like punching through.
Yeah, I'm gonna start beating on this arrow slit to see if I can make it big enough for me to get through.
Okay, Iron Fist.
Yeah, right.
You can definitely try.
I am rolling fantastic today. That's
That's
a
like
10.
that's like Van Damme in his. There was this movie where he punched the stone and the stone below exploded. You remember that one?
Yes.
Bloodsport.
Wasn't that Bloodsport?
Yeah, Bloodsport. So you're trying to demuck.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was a 10.
Is a 10 good enough to hit it? It's a wall.
Yeah,
Missed the wall.
you managed to punch in the arrow slit. Roll damage.
Cool. That's 7 damage. And then if it doesn't go through, I'm gonna keep punching it with my fury blows.
Okay, so you can see Mouse running amok and starting
Yeah.
punching the arrow slit.
Well, his fist does count as magical weapons now.
It is magic.
Yeah. And I checked.
So-
It looks like
I bet
key
they're glowing.
powers. It looks like key powers are the DM's domain to decide if they're magical or not. And I decide that you can use them. Otherwise,
they're
it's-
registered weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I've got a license for them. Would you like to see?
Yeah. Exactly.
it's magic that they don't break.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Alright,
roll
so
damage for
the
your
second
other.
attack did, was a 21 and did 5 damage.
Okay.
And I got a third attack that
Yeah.
is 17 and 4 damage. It's getting harder to hit,
Yeah.
hurts more.
So that's let's see, 3, 2. So that's 16 damage overall. So you manage to you can see cracks in the stones, and you think that one more punch and you'll manage to widen the gap enough to pass through. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Great. Ramil, what do you do?
Okay, so the silver armor is downstairs, and I'm probably the only one still up, right?
It's,
Or is it?
No, Enoch is with
Or
you.
oh, Enoch is with me. Okay. I take a quick look at the chest. I'm going to go to the chest and I'm going to try to lift it to see if there's anything underneath it.
Okay. You lift it up, or at least you try to. It seems to be
Oh, no.
nailed into place. So you kind of push it a little further. It goes up, and then you can hear a click.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, what did you do?
Deck save.
What did you do?
That's
I
my,
disabled the trap.
Yeah, that's it.
that's
for
my
sure.
domain. Disable traps
Yeah.
with your body. That's me. What are you doing?
So you hear this tiny sound of air being sucked into something, and then something big and nasty explodes just below the chest. I need you and Enoch to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, excellent.
Fire explodes in the top floor of the tower. I'm now seeing Saving
Die
Private Ryan. No, Saving Private with the tank shooting at the top.
Yeah, the tower.
Wow. I got a
Um,
13.
14.
Oh, you are two very, very lucky guys. Very, very lucky guys. So, you'll only take 5d10 damage.
What the hell did you do to me?
So, the first is 10 and a 9. That's already 19. Wow, oh my god.
I have
nice.
some damage. I have some damage written down here from last time. Did we get in a fight last time?
When do we not get into fights?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but I don't think we did
But
we?
I think we
No, I
read.
don't think we did.
Guys,
where
that's
would you say?
40 points of damage, each of you.
I'm good.
I'm dead.
Dead or unconscious?
Well, I'm still
Was it
not dead. I dropped to 0.
Yeah,
Okay. It wasn't double your hit points.
right.
No, it wasn't.
So Enoch, as you look back,
Do I get launched?
so it seems like most of the walls just were obliterated and exploded into the open space around the tower. The roof is still there, along with some beams that hold it in place. And you can see Arabel. She is holding some piece of debris, this metallic bit, and she's flying between the tower and the void below, 4 stories high. She's screaming the top of her lungs. Esmeralda turns around. No!
Did we blow a hole in the wall? Is that really what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, Jesus. Do I get an action?
On your turn, which is we're almost there. So that was
Okay.
Aramil. Now we have Luvash, who is trying to take advantage of Esmeralda's distress. He just jumps at her. Again, 2 attacks. The first one hits. Let's see. She screams in pain and she turns around to face him. The second attack also hits. She is down to her knees with her blade up. He basically skewed her shoulder and he managed to bring her to her knees, and she's trying to block him with her blade, and she is crying with pain. That was Luvash. And now Enoch.
Okay, well, sorry, buddy. I gotta go for the girl.
Yeah,
Look
go.
at Aramil crispy chicken over there. I'm gonna make a dash and grab her and pull her into the room.
Okay, so as you run for her and you reach out, she tries to get as far as possible from you, and she screams at you, "No, monster! Get away from me!"
I don't give a crap what she thinks.
You
I get to save her life here.
you see that
Do I have to attack?
You see that she edges back and she's hanging on this beam, and she looks down as if she's about to jump.
Okay. Well, do I have to make an attack to get her? Or?
You can try to try and snatch her, but you do have the feeling that she will let go if you make an attempt. So you can try and grab her, but if you fail, there will be consequences.
She's not flailing about to fall. That's what I had pictured.
No. So she was kind of trying to grab and make herself steady, but as she saw you coming in to grab her, she...
Oh, okay. So she's okay. I don't need to grab her this instant. Okay, well, seeing as I'm not there, I'm going to cast... I can't cast, can I? Can I find my... Now that the walls are, like, holy?
You can try. Holy.
Do I feel
Purify this tower.
Do I
with
feel
fire.
my magic return?
No, you don't.
Son of a mother. Okay, well, if I still have the space and time, I'll run over to Arabelle and try and
You can
bend.
hear Luva, she's shouting, "Let go, my child! Let go! Trust me! Let
I'm
go!"
gonna I'm gonna look
Try to
out the
convince
window.
her.
I'm gonna point at him. I'm gonna shut your fucking mouth. And then I gotta run to Aramel because he's dying.
Okay. So
Actually, now we can probably rope down if you want.
Yeah, but you're
Try.
dying. I gotta help you. You don't understand. I have a blood oath.
Okay.
So what do you
It's a
do?
thing.
Bandage him.
Okay.
Medicine check.
19.
19.
Cool. What does it do? Remind me. It just stabilizes him.
Stabilizes him.
Okay.
I'm not proficient in the kit.
Okay. Vasero.
Um,
So you hear this huge explosion
yeah.
outside. Gary is still dancing on the remains of Van Richten.
Yeah, I take a moment to think about the ridiculousness of the situation. Like everything's just fine. Suddenly, like armor start to fall from the top floor. Explosions.
Gary's dancing on a dead body.
He
Can
didn't
I
even
take
check
a
his
look?
pulse, right? I mean, he just started dancing. Yeah. Can you what?
Okay.
Can I take a look at the crack in the floor
Yeah, sure.
and look into the basement?
Yeah, you stuff your head inside. It's pretty dark, but I think you have this weird sight thing, right? Did I get it right? Okay.
Yep.
So you think you see this corridor that maybe leads. It's flooded. I mean, you can see that. Think of a dungeon corridor. Half of it is flooded. So maybe it points to an opening back to the sea level, to the lake, or something like that. You have a strong feeling that it's kind of an escape, a secret escape route, but you're not sure.
Yeah, and if I have an action left, I would try to lift the armor up.
Okay. You try to find a moment between Gary's dancing and you kind of.
So is Gary really just standing
Don't mess
Yeah.
my flow,
on the
dude.
top?
Yeah,
of
exactly.
the armor?
So now
It's like
he's.
Dance Dance Revolution up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
There's
now.
like some really funky 80s music playing.
Yeah. And now, Gary, you feel that you're not stepping on something hard and metallic. You're stepping on something soft and crunchy.
Hopefully he's not completely
Maybe I
dead.
should have done this.
Okay. So the armor
Just
is.
dance him to death.
Yeah. So the armor is just lying there below, next to your feet. Anything you want to do with it, or?
No, it was just the first step of rescuing Van Richten, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, Nelfine.
I'm looking around and Not sure what to make of all this, but get that fucking door open, Gary. And is there arrows that I can look out from down here?
Yeah, you can look up, basically, or move around in the room and look to the direction of Luvash and your wife.
Well, if I can actually, have some at the level down here so I can see out and maybe shoot out.
Yeah, you can. So you move, draw your... you draw an arrow and your bow. You can try to make it. Don't roll a 1.
Okay, and how far is it? Is it long range?
No, that's
Oh.
fine. It's well within your range.
Okay.
No penalty.
Okay. I didn't roll a 1. I rolled a 16.
Oh, 16 is
Nice.
good.
Excellent.
Yeah, so the arrow flies and lodges itself straight into Luvash's shoulder.
Yeah, and I'm really happy it wasn't with disadvantage because the other roll was a 1. And roll 20 here. And while I'm shooting that arrow, my bear is of course also trying to hug him. Just
Okay.
giving him a gentle hug.
Okay.
Gentle.
Yeah, that's another 16
Yeah.
for 8 points of damage again. And then he just massages his back after he's grabbed him. That's another 16 for 12 points of damage.
Oh,
Deep tissue.
how much damage did
Yeah.
your arrow do?
8. So in all, it's 28.
28. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. So Luvash is...
And hopefully hopefully he's now focused on my bear instead of poor Esmeralda.
Yeah. So Luvash is grappled by this bear, and you can hear him shout, "No, man! No, attack!"
Oh, damn it.
And you can hear this noise from the forest as something like 5 or 6 men jump out with arrows and bows, and they aim at the tower and lash out. But they just seem to be searching for targets. So,
Which there happens to be one hanging from the roof, right?
exactly.
Son of
But this is Arabelle's turn, and as she looks back, she sees the the firing squad just zooming on her. She looks at both directions and she flings herself, trying to grab the wall again, which she barely succeed in doing. She managed to grab the wall. And she starts climbing again to the tattered roof or whatever left of it. It seems like she's edging toward the part of the tower that overwatches the lake. Now, Enoch, as she does that, you see on her face something is very wrong. You're not sure what she has in mind, but it isn't good.
Yeah, that's right. Leave it up to me.
But at this point, Gary finishes his dance.
Oh, thank God.
The door opens. And
Do I have magic?
no, the door just opened.
Son of a...
I want Simon Powell to be there, like judging my dancing, being like, "No."
Simon Powell.
So you,
The worst dancing I have ever seen. You're fired. Yeah, off the stage, yeah. Oh, get off Van Richten. He's not dead yet, you fool.
Yeah, seriously.
Dancing with the stars.
Dancing on
Is
the
this my
ground.
turn though, or
yes,
is it still
No,
Brian's?
it's your
oh,
turn.
it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run
All
out
right.
there and blast those mothers.
Yeah, the thing is that I have to run up for quite a bit to get out of the field, and there's archers, and I'm a caster, like a little squishy caster. So.
Don't you have a broom?
Oh, take the armor.
That doesn't
Take the armor and
doesn't work.
carry it like that.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on that armor. No, well, can I? No, I can't put on the armor.
No, just
Oh, sure.
take
It only
carry
takes
it.
10 minutes. Like
Carry
10
it.
minutes to put on
Three-quarter
a piece
cover.
around.
I'm gonna remove the armor from Von Richten.
Yep.
And can I use it as a shield and charge out there out of the field?
Yeah, that's a great idea. So you grab the armor and then you
Poor
simply
dead invisible stock.
nice.
Yeah, with my broom as like holding it like a sword, like I'm Gandalf, like at Return of the King. I'm like the fastest old man you've ever seen.
Okay. So do you want to move past Esmeralda and Luvash?
You just keep
are-
running. You just gone.
If they're outside the field of magic, or are they inside
Yeah,
the field
they're
of magic?
outside.
They're outside. Well, then I'll run towards them, and just enough until I'm out of the anti-magic.
To kickstart your broom. Just enough to kickstart your broom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And to kickstart my Eldritch Blast.
Okay, cool. So you run outside with your armor, and indeed you can hear the arrows. Those archers that were ready to fire at Rabel just saw the door open and this huge suit of armor charge out, and they immediately zoomed at it and released. Oh, wow. Just my first one. Yeah. Okay. So all you hear is clink, 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 clink as arrows stick into the suit of armor and falls down at your feet. And you are outside, and your magic is back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to. Now, the darkness spell is a 15-foot radius sphere. I want to put that in between the archers and the two fighting melee people next to me, but I want to make a wall of darkness, so they have to get up close to shoot.
Okay, so you throw the armor and start. Awesome. Mouse, what do you do?
So the door's open below me.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway up the wall or so.
Yeah, so remember that the fourth floor is basically destroyed, so you can use your movement to run up or down, depending on which way you want to go. Down it's 40 feet, up it's 20 feet, and then you can stand on the floor and do something. So you need to decide.
I'm going up.
Up, okay.
I'm going up. Yeah.
Just
Do I need to make a check?
Yeah,
I'm
just
good at
just don't fumble it horribly.
Not a fumble. It's a 16.
16, that's fine. So you go up and find yourself on the floor. You can see Aramil is lying in a puddle of blood, and Enoch is basically clear. Clear.
Smoking.
Yeah, smoke
everywhere.
Yeah.
And
you can see the lake. You can see the archers are about to release a second volley into Gary or Arabel. Some of them are not sure yet.
Can I shout at Mouse now that I see him?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna yell at you. She's on the roof. Go save her.
Go up to the roof.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you. Definitely.
Okay. So make another climb check as you two.
Oh. That's a 18.
Okay.
Did he freeze? Oh, okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm still here. So you climb on the roof as well, and it's a tattered tile roof. So some of the tiles just fall down as you and her go up on it. Now you are not very heavy, but you can feel the roof kind of. It stands on only two pillars that were left after the explosion, so it kind of.
Oh no.
A little bit wibbly. And you can see her. She has tears streaming down her cheeks, and she says, "They're gonna kill me. I won't let them." And then she steps back as if she's about to jump into the water. It's obviously a deadly jump, 80 feet.
Don't do it. And if I don't think I could talk her out of it. That is not what I'm good at.
Probably better than me.
I don't know. I got negatives for it, so.
Uh-oh. I think I sent the wrong guy.
Yeah, you did. I want to try and tackle her and pull her back in.
Yeah, you can definitely try that. You do feel that it might be risky as it might send the roof tumbling down. You also feel that if you'll miss and she'll get a chance to react, she might fling herself down the tower. But you can definitely try that.
Is the
No pressure.
precipice,
No
is the precipice
pressure.
in between the girl and the tower? Is there water underneath her, or is it rocky water?
So it's rocks. It really depends how far she will go, but you feel that 80 feet will basically kill her if she goes down.
Yeah. Even if she hits water, she's
Even
dead.
if she hits water, yeah. Water is actually really hard if you don't actually break the surface.
Yep.
Topple the roof. That'll break the surface.
Yeah.
Just throw
You
a pebble
jump
before
first.
she jumps. It'll break the surface, and then
Yeah.
she'll be fine.
So what
Oh,
do you
I'm
say?
good.
What do you do
I
or
can
say?
still fall.
What are you doing, Mouse? Come on.
Oh, I'm gonna try and I can do it. I'm gonna try and talk her out of this.
Okay.
I feel that I'm not gonna be able to tackle her safely. So I'm like, they're not gonna get you. Don't worry. We're gonna do everything we can to not let them get to you. You're not gonna die today.
Okay, I need you to roll
Today.
your today. Yeah, you actually said today.
Sour.
Okay. This
Well, I
hour.
mean, it's inevitable.
yeah.
she'll
Yeah,
die
um,
someday.
exactly.
So roll your persuasion.
Can we take a moment to talk about the inevitability of death, Arabelle, before you jump?
You're gonna die, but today's not the day. You can do this.
James,
Man,
you
she's-
James, you missed
Nine.
your opportunity to pull a little finger and push her down.
Pull a little finger.
And she screams and she says, "Okay, just roll your persuasion, and then we'll see what she says."
It's a 9.
Oh, it's a
That's
9.
what I-
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Okay, so she take a little step back, and she kind of slides, and another tile just flies down, and she screams, "My father wants to kill me, and that old man, he also wants to kill me. I thought I saw you cry in a dream, but it was me. I was crying."
Okay, we don't want to kill you. So it's not everyone out to get you.
Ramil, what do you do?
A death throw, I suppose? A death save?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
you're
you're
stabilized.
Yes.
No, you're stable.
Oh, I'm stabilized. So I, rest in
Lie
peace.
there.
Rest in peace.
Lie there and look crispy.
Crispy. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Ramil. So Luvash is trying to escape the grapple of the bear. He makes a strength check. I guess the bear does the same.
Yeah.
That's actually high. That's actually 21.
Yeah. Damn it, 20.
Okay.
Oh, Yarmir.
Oh,
So he slips. I think it's his action, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Well, I didn't actually say I was doing like a grapple attack, just like a bear hug attack.
No, I
Yeah.
assumed it was a grapple, but never mind.
Yeah.
So
He can guess to do an attack also.
okay. He shout at his archers, "Aim! Fire!" And then he points at Mouse and Arabelle. "Bring her down!"
One thing, they can't see him because there's a 15 radius sphere between them and.
You actually didn't make to cast the spell, only on your next turn, because you rushed and charged and moved and did all those wonderful things.
All right. Gotcha.
But yeah, okay. So a volley of arrows flies toward you and Arabelle. Now, Mouse,
yep.
do you step in between her and the arrows?
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
proud there was no hesitation.
And he didn't try to burn her yet.
Didn't
Like,
burn it
that's-
yet.
yeah.
He
Burn it.
died
Oh, wait.
hero. Mouse died a hero.
Okay, so we have 5 arrows. The first one is a 16 to hit. And it hits
Grab it.
you for 10 points of damage. Zip.
Okay, so hold up. I got this deflect missile
Yeah.
that's awesome, so I
Oh,
can reduce the damage.
So you just stand there and then
by-
You just.
Yeah.
Just
If
one
I
arrow.
can reduce it enough, I can catch it and throw it back.
Oh my god.
I don't think it would go far enough, but that would be
No.
awesome.
So that plus my dex plus my level is 3, 6, 12. How much damage was it doing?
10.
10.
10. So
10?
you caught it.
So I caught it.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
And you can't. Yeah, and with a key point you can throw it back. But I think the range is like a.
Yeah, I'm not
thrown
gonna
dart,
throw back. I'm just
like
gonna try and
20
catch
yeah,
as many
20,
of these.
60,
I'm gonna
yeah.
create an
Awesome.
arsenal at my feet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
So-
you can actually only catch one since
Yeah,
the
really?
rest
that's the
can
first
count.
one.
Okay, so that was
Oh,
basically
yeah,
aimed right between your eyes, and you just. Yeah, exactly. The second
no.
one flies, you smack it, and it flies into the lake. The third one, that's actually an unmodified 13 plus. Wait, 4. So that's a 17 to hit.
That
Yeah?
hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
But it's only 3 points of damage, so
Alright.
just a scratch. 2 more. Unmodified 15, I'm guessing it hits also.
Yeah.
Another 10.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Okay.
And the last one. Unmodified 16. So that's 20. And
What an epic scene.
7 to hit.
Catches the first arrow, deflects the second one, gets
Yeah.
a scratch, and then
Scratch,
2
and
like
then-
thunk.
Yeah.
Well, he caught 4 arrows.
Yeah.
Just 3 of them with his body.
So how are you doing
Snow with your hand.
hit point wise? You're good? You're still up?
I'm up. I'm at 13, but I'm up.
Okay. You hear Esmeralda. Not Esmeralda. Sorry. Arabelle.
Arabelle.
She gasps, and Esmeralda below screams no, because she didn't see if the arrows hit or not. Okay. Awesome. That was Luvash and his bullies. Esmeralda will charge him. Let's do it now. So the first attack she misses. The second one she managed to punch through. Luvash is screaming in pain and retreating a little bit. He takes a step back. That was 7. Okay. And we're back to Enoch.
Okay. Can I hear what's happening on the roof?
Yeah, so you saw the arrows, like in those movies.
Fly up and over, yeah.
And then...
And I can hear Mouse and clearly getting hit by arrows. I can hear her, so I know where they are.
Right. You can also see that the
On the
roof
roof?
is kind of shaking a little.
So I
bit.
know,
Yeah.
and so it's timbers with shingles on top, right?
Exactly.
All wood.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
shingles.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly how you described it.
Okay. So what the rest of you guys probably don't know is the reason Enoch is so phobic of shadow creatures is because when he was in the orphanage, me and Mouse were in the orphanage, creatures of shadow, that's all he knows. He doesn't remember. He was a kid, attacked and killed all the kids and killed all the nuns that were protecting them. The reason he escaped is he hid on the roof while the creatures were coming, and then daylight came and banished the darkness, and he survived. So he's going through some PTSD things right now with Mouse and the little girl on the roof and all of this in the flat. Anyways, so I rage. And I'm going
Pull the
to
roof up.
I'm going to pull the roof down underneath Arabelle and Mouse so they fall into the room with me.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
the
Rami-
only
drop
thing
them
I
on
can-
Oh no!
Sorry?
gonna drop them on.
No, just a section of the roof. I'm just going to break it so that
Okay.
they fall down. I'm not
So-
pulling the
You're
whole
going from,
ceiling
like, the
down.
middle to
So
make
think
it
about it
collapse
this way:
in.
the raging barbarian with foam out of his mouth. He just said, "Don't worry, I'll be, precise."
Precise. Yeah. So I'm going to grab the timbers underneath Arabelle's feet, and I'm just going to pull it down as hard as I can.
Awesome.
And I have advantage on strength checks because I'm raging.
Maybe you can stand on top of Aramil, so if anything falls, it falls on top of you instead of him.
You can hold it up, become a beam.
Oh, you know what? Know what I'll do? I'll rage. I'll slide Aramil under the bed.
Oh yeah, the bed will save him, sure, from a
Hey,
falling
it's a
roof.
mattress and it's wooden
Yeah.
framed. It should be strong, right? It's a high wizard's bed. I'm assuming it's made of oak
Awesome.
For stone.
or ironwood, preferably. I don't care.
Okay.
It's probably burning right now.
I gotta explain. Yeah, well, fuck. I don't care. I told you why, and how I'm role playing it.
There's no old person that's gonna come out alive of this session today.
And I rolled a 19 on my strength check.
Okay, so I need you to make a saving throw for the top floor of the tower. Okay, so you are pulling down on it, and the beams kind of collapse. The roof is shattering. Everything is about to collapse on top of you and Aramil. Mouse, you and Arabelle are both going down. I need you to make a dexterity check to try and grab her as she is about to dive into nowhere. Yeah.
And so my plan is, whether when she
15.
falls down, is to cover her with my body.
Awesome.
If everything comes down.
Yeah, that's
I rolled a
great.
17 for the ceiling.
Great. So indeed you managed to punch this hole exactly below Mouse's and Arabelle's feet. They both go down. How did you do, Mouse, on your dexterity check?
15.
15. So you managed to grab her collar, and you and her are going down straight into Enoch's waiting hands. Like, exactly.
Yes! You
I
catch
got you,
both
buddy.
of us, right? One in each arm, you know?
All the dust is, everywhere, and you can see Mouse is bloody. Arabelle is smeared with tears, and arrows are sticking from his body. And at that point where she is at your hands, she's looking at Mouse, and she suddenly realizes what you did for her, just taking the arrows, and she says, "For me?"
Through like coughing blood and bleeding everywhere, and I'm like, I told you you wouldn't die today.
And she just wraps her head around Enoch's shoulders and around your shoulders, and she just put her head just between the two of you, kind of hugging you two, as you two protect her. That was phenomenal. Vasero, you hear all this noise up above. You can see the roof collapsing. Mouse is down, Arabelle is down, but Enoch managed to grab them both, and everything still stands up. The tower is still intact.
Okay.
The door is open,
Yeah,
by the way.
I probably charge out. I'm not sure if I should help Van Richten or not. But how does he look? Does he look like? I mean, is he breathing?
dead.
Or?
All you see is one hand, and it's still like this, and it has the marks of Gary's boots on it.
Okay, it was
Yeah,
either
you gotta
him or the woman outside.
I'm with you. I'd have done the same thing. It's all good.
Okay. I go out then and help Gary.
Okay, so-
outside there's the archers, and they are.
Wait,
In
that's fine. I need you to make a death saving throw for Van Richten. It's his third.
Oh,
boy.
we don't know.
Oh shit!
Okay. It's a 4.
Okay, so as you run outside, the hand kind of slips down, and you can hear this bloop as Van Richten's body falls into the underground flooded dungeon and floats there face down.
Oh,
Okay, but you run outside.
And the archers,
Yep.
they are a little bit further away.
They are a little bit further away, but you think that in a minute Gary will finish with his spell. You can see that he's casting a spell. You're not sure what it is, but he's aiming at them.
Sorry.
Okay, in that case, I'm trying to get to the leader
Okay.
and attack him.
So you wanted to attack Luvash or attack the leaders of the...
No, Luvash.
Oh, you want to attack Luvash. Okay, go for it.
Okay, what is my modifier on that? Okay, so that's an 18
Okay.
and 15.
So 15, wait for it. I think both are in. Yes, both attacks are in.
And
Are you doing it with your blade?
yep, I'm attacking with one is the dagger and the other one is a rapier.
Okay.
That's 4. Not a very good damage roll though. 9 plus 5 makes 14.
14. Okay. So he drops to one knee at your sudden attack and turns to you with his rapier. Esmeralda stands, basically you stand shoulder to shoulder in front of him. He seems to be poking, for something in his belt. He's searching for something, maybe well, you're not sure what, but he's frantically looking for something there. Okay. Nilfine.
Yes. I of course see when Rigdon, like, his hand there slipped down. But Vasaro is right next to him, so I assumed he was helping him or he was already dead, so I'll just run out.
Okay.
Look around and be confused since I can't see Arabelle anywhere, since I haven't actually seen her climb up the towers. I was too focused on getting down. But I'll just, run out, shoot another arrow, scream to Esmeralda to go find Arabelle, save her. And I assume I could get far enough out to cast a spell also.
Yeah. So Esmeralda, as soon as she hears your voice, she turns around and heads back to the tower, running frantically. Your arrow, do you want to hit Luvash or one of the archers?
Luvash.
Okay, go for it.
And before I do that, I cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
As a bonus action. So that's a 26 to hit.
Yes.
And I do 16 points of damage.
He's down. Nice. Arrow straight through the throat. He's coughing up blood and falling down on his face. His blood wets the paveways stones.
And then I'll have Jaromir go over and give a slap to one of their archers.
Okay.
Just a gentle little slap. Well, an 11, so probably won't hit.
Okay. So they basically regroup and aim their bows at you all. Now Arabelle is inside the tower. She doesn't do anything. She just tries to do her best to clean up Mouse's wounds. She's looking for anything to bend him over and fix him, but obviously her attempts are childish at best.
I got this. It's cool.
At this point, Gary, your spell goes off. But then something goes very, very wrong. The globe of darkness engulfs the archer, and then you can hear them. They start to scream. And on top of their screaming, you can hear something growling inside of the shadow. Something is living inside of the shadow. And you can hear them, flee the beast, it's the monster. And they just scream the top of their lung. The globe is not this, stationary half sphere of darkness. It's ebbing and flowing, it's moving, it's expanding, it's shrinking, and then it dissipates, and all that is left of the archers are their clean skeletons, not even blood, not even flesh, nothing. And they're just lying there with all their, arrows, equipment, belts, boots, but nothing is left.
Cool spell, bro.
Well,
you should be terrified of this, Enoch.
Well,
I am, but I didn't see it.
Was bear right next to those archers?
Yeah, he looks confused too.
Oh,
He's
I'll just look over at him. Good job, boy.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's still your turn.
That was your turn, I think. Well,
Yeah, that was my action.
but I think we're out of combat now.
Yep.
I think you killed them all.
Oh,
Before that ends, I feel like I turn around and look at the tower. What do I see?
So you see that the top floor is gone. The roof is also in tatters. You can definitely see with your sight Enoch, Mouse, and Arabelle. They are standing there trying to tend Mouse's wounds. You can hear Esmeralda as she's climbing the top of the tower. Maybe the chains, you can hear them rattle. And all around you, the lake is dark.
As I walk towards, I'll run because I don't know who else is in danger. I run towards the tower. As I cross through, do I still feel like my magic dissipate when I enter the radius?
Yeah, the protective magic is still there.
You know what? As soon as I step in, I step back out, and I use my I'll use my free action now to try to see if I can detect Aramel because it's the only one who can't see with Awakened Mind.
You do not see him unless you can see through walls because he's hidden behind the bed. Under the bed. He's still there.
Oh no, it has to be somebody I can see.
Okay.
So I guess it wouldn't work anyways. Anyway, I'll just sprint into the tower to see if I can get back up and make sure everybody's all right.
Okay. So you basically you can decide to regroup upstairs or downstairs, wherever you feel like.
I'm thinking downstairs. I vote downstairs.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
I vote outside the tower.
Yeah, because this thing's coming down, right?
Do we burn it on the way just to keep with tradition?
I don't want to piss off the iron golems.
Stone towers doesn't burn.
I'm starting to think like that burnt and broken down buildings should be like on our group's flag.
Yeah.
Totally. Just like a tower with a flame coming off it.
Yeah.
So we'll use some rope to lower everybody down, and then I'll climb down afterwards.
Okay.
So by the way, Ido, in the darkness spell, I mean, if it was in line of sight of me, I would have seen whatever was happening in there.
So think about there's this new movie, Alien Covenant. So as Gary's globe of darkness emerged, you think that it wasn't a globe of darkness, it was a gateway to someplace else, and something crawled from that gateway, ate all those poor archers, and then retreated back to wherever it came from, and then the globe dissipated.
I think Gary was still in combat mode, right? So that's why he didn't give it much thought in that moment. But can I do some sort of check to figure out what I saw?
Yeah.
As well. What would that be?
Arcana.
11.
Okay, so you move around those dead bodies, and you can actually see those lumps of saliva, those sticky yellow thingy that comes out of this whatever mouth. And as you look at it, you can hear something whispering inside of your head. It says, "Now you have tasted true power. Come to me, I will show you much more."
In a small radius around this pile of corpses, I ask where, through my telepathy.
And you have this vision of a mountain, and on top of it, something that looks like a temple. And the strange thing about this temple is that the doorway, which is huge, is coated with amber, and there are two huge statues guarding the doorway. And come to me.
I ask, who are you? See if he answers that.
And all you can hear is this laughter. But you don't get a name.
Has my magic ever done anything close to like this?
Nope. But you have increased in power lately, so, But it was definitely you. It wasn't someone else who cast this spell. It was definitely coming out of you. It was maybe your potential coming to its full power. But now you've, you're back you again, so.
All right.
I'm gonna drag Aramil or carry him out of the magical dead zone, and I'm gonna burn off some healing on everybody. Well, a few people. So Aramil, you get 14. Mouse, you get 14, and I got myself 22.
Okay.
Thanks.
While that is
Save the
happening,
good one for you.
while
Yep,
that is happening, I
random.
try to see what happened to Van Richten, because I know he fell down. So
He's definitely dead now.
So as you look down at the flooded dungeon, you don't see anything, only water.
that's weird. Well, I have no way of getting back up if I were to climb down there, so I'm not gonna do that at this point.
We've got rope.
Nope,
We?
he burned all his rope.
Oh yeah.
Well, we used rope to lower us down, so there's got to be like
Yeah.
100 feet of rope just chilling out there.
Oh,
We
Since
found
had
it
to
in the
buy
top
new rope.
tower.
At least
Yeah,
50 feet of it that we could get back.
I mean, if there is rope around, then I would actually try to go down there.
Okay. So as you lower yourself down, you indeed feel the cold water are probably part of the lake. It's probably water coming in from maybe a hatch or a door or an unsealed or an opening that isn't fully sealed. You don't see the water coming from the walls. It's not something with the construction of this corridor. So do you want to slush your way and investigate further?
Oh yeah, I would dive if necessary, and yeah. Is there a current or anything?
So it's not a current, but you can feel that as if something is, the water are moving back and forth. So as you go down and maybe dive a little bit and check out, you can definitely make out the outline of this small metallic door. It looks metallic, but it isn't rusted in any way. There are bolts that set her at the on the stony face of the corridor. Some of the bolts are missing, and water trickle down inside. But it's in this weird state of equilibrium. Water comes in, comes out. You think that maybe you can open this hatch and swim to the surface of the lake from here.
Okay. And there's no body around. I don't see the body.
Nope.
Okay. So, I mean, either he really was just an illusion or something like that, or he must be still alive.
Is it possible that he went out through the hatch and then closed it and locked it from the other side?
So you suspect, and indeed, Vasera, as you look at the hatch, you can see again the runes, very similar to the ones that covered the door, opening at the tower. So you think that maybe it's the same magic that opens the door at the tower can open this hatch.
Okay, so I shout at the group so that they know what is going on. That I didn't find a body, but that there's some kind of hatch down here with runes on them.
Okay.
And there's no other way of opening this thing. There's no door handle or anything like that.
No, very similar to the door of the tower. Your feet does kick something underwater. You want to reach out and grab it?
Sure.
Okay. Just a minute.
It's an alligator.
Before it's a
Get
snake.
attacked.
It's an alligator. Almost. So you find this finger. It's severed. It's human in nature, but it's green, and the fingernail is thick and gray. It looks like a hag finger, a severed finger of a hag. You're not sure what it's
okay.
doing here.
I get the feeling that maybe this wasn't the true Van Richten.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to come down here? Or
I'll come
don't
down.
you guys want to
Wait,
go?
how
Go
deep
down.
is it?
Wait, before you go down, you can take 9 HP. I'm still busy healing.
Just one
I'm
1 minute.
still full.
Okay, so Mouse, you get 9.
Oh, right on.
Aramil 7.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
And when he gets back, 16 to Esmeralda, because she was pretty badly hurt, right, guys?
Yeah, I
probably,
can heal her also.
It's a 20, by the way.
Anybody else who needs.
I'm close to full, so. Thank
I'm
you.
blasting off my spells. I might as well give her some as well.
Did he say
Yeah,
how
I
deep
have-
the water was down there?
Oh, he's walking
Um,
in it, so it's not that deep.
Yeah, but a halfling for a half
Yeah.
human, not a demon and a halfling.
It could be like
Let him go.
knee-deep, that's
Just
like
let him
chest
go.
Yeah.
Well, you can.
Screw you! I saved her.
There's only one way to learn how to swim, buddy.
You're pretty light, right? You can just climb on me. I'm going down there.
All right, I'll ride on your shoulders.
Sure.
Yeah. We're healing Esmeralda.
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
Did some 16, and I can do like 25
Okay.
from good berries if she needs that much.
Esmeralda approaches you, Nelfin, and she says, "We need to take the girl to someplace safe. Maybe Valaki."
Yeah, I agree. And also, let's move her father's corpse, like out of the way, so she doesn't actually have to see it. Even he might have tried to kill her, but she doesn't have to see her father dead.
She says, "Wouldn't it be safer if I just take her alone there? I can make sure that we aren't followed in the forest. I fear that you are somehow... it seems that you are a beacon to anything dark here." And she, as a group...
I'm gonna poke my head up when she says it, all like crispy and smoky still and covered in blood. Like, what are you talking about? I don't understand.
We're not play characters. We're NPCs like you.
magnet for evil.
Yeah, I'm afraid you might be right. You should go there, yes, and you should meet with Arena. She can probably help you. I believe she is more or less the acting mayor of Valaki right now.
And then she asks you, where will you be headed next?
We plan to go to the mountains. Can't remember what mountains there were, but mountains to the south. Mount Garkis, maybe? I don't know. Can't remember. To check out the giants there. But we'll definitely be back to Valaki to check on you and Arabelle.
Okay. She smiles at all of you, and she says to Nelfin, "Can you?" And she looks at all the people, and she says again, "Can you just walk with me to the edge of the forest and say goodbye?"
Of course. The others are just checking out the tower, and they'll be a while. There's no rush.
Did you say taking out the tower or checking out the tower?
Yeah,
Said
roll
shaking.
initiative, dude.
Yeah, oh, taking out the tower, show her a good time. I believe I said checking out the tower.
Can I ask a quick question? Of those good berries, is there anything left over? Because I could use some healing.
You didn't heal yourself?
I gave myself some,
All right.
but I could
I
still.
don't know.
If there's leftover good berries, I'll take them.
There were like 25 left that Esmeralda might have used all of. I don't know.
Okay. So
I don't know how much.
you don't know how much what?
I had like 25 good berries that would heal for 25 points.
Oh, so
and
she
how much
probably
did
took everything because she was badly hurt when with her, the fights.
Okay.
Actually, I can cast it at second level also, so I can't give you. I'm not sure if it actually increases.
It's okay. I'll be fine.
No. I'll cast it twice more and give you. So you have 20 points back.
Okay. I'm full then.
Okay. So as Esmeralda and Nalfane go to the edge of the forest for a talk, Arabelle just awkwardly looks at all of you, and she basically holds Mouse's hand as you are all handling your business. Anything?
Wait, are we there? Are we all there, or are some of us still down in the water? And
so it's up to you.
because if I'm up there with those guys, I would suggest that we don't let them travel alone to Valaki. Might be a little dangerous.
Yeah, well, she's not wrong though. We do attract the darkness.
Yeah.
And it's only through luck and the blessings of Baldur that we've been able to live this long.
Yeah, but imagine what would have happened if we weren't around. I mean, she couldn't have protected the girl from those guys.
Yeah, if we weren't around, Esmeralda would have taken her straight to Valaki in her wagon, and not come here and been ambushed.
I move my gaze from the pile of corpses to you, Versera, and I think they're right. Yeah, we attract a lot of weird shit.
Well, yeah, maybe, but still, it's. I mean, if they get attacked again, what should they do? She can't attack the girl from a couple of guys.
Can we give him something for protection?
I got this. I'm gonna have a moment while you guys are all discussing it with her. She's holding my hand, and I'm gonna be like, I know what it's like to not have parents that love you. As an orphan, and the only thing I have left of them is this small whistle. So I'm gonna give this to you so that you could maybe remember that. Doesn't matter that your dad's a jerk, and
was
you can. I'm not gonna say was. I'm gonna say is. Doesn't matter that your dad's a jerk, and whatever his problem is, you can still make this, and you're gonna move on and have an epic life.
Now, do you remember something interesting about that specific whistle?
I
the wolf said
remember
whistle, right?
that it was shaped like a wolf and was silver plated.
Oh, Ito's smiling.
I know, right? And was the only thing I'd left over by my parents. That's what I remember about that whistle.
Okay, she picks it up gladly, and she thanks you. Did you ever try to blow it?
I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
I don't think so. I assumed I thought it was a dog whistle due to the wolf head and such, but I don't think I've blown it.
Okay.
I think Arabelle should try and blow it right now.
So you're giving away a medical artifact.
Yeah, exactly.
See her again.
She picks it up. And immediately, every kid who gets a whistle, she just puffs her cheeks and inside, and what comes out is this thin and let's say sad howl of a wolf, but it sounds like it's muted. It's not like strong and bestial. It's like this very faint echo, and it vibrates across the lake and across the water, and the leaves of the trees are kind of moving accordingly, and you all feel a little strange. And she puts it out and says, "Oh, cool! That's wonderful. That's
Super
Give
cool.
it back.
Aramil, what was that?
I don't know. What was that? I tried to.
Werewolf summoning, of course.
I tried to do like an
Obviously.
Arcana check for that.
Having been a werewolf at one point in my life, do I feel different?
At one point for like 5 minutes.
You got on a 14 Arcana check. Do I know what it was?
So you all kind of standing there with goosebumps on your skin, and Ramil, you make this Arcana check, and you focus and position yourself, and then you see something very, very strange. On the far side of the lake, the forest is very dark. You think that you see this silvery wolf coming out of the forest. It seems like it's noble. Its fur is gleaming silver, and it just looks straight at Arabelle, and she suddenly shouts, "Look, a puppy!" And then when you all look at it, maybe it was the reflection of the dim moonlight on the surface of the lake. Maybe it was a figment of your imagination, but it's gone. It's not there anymore.
Right on.
Good choice, Mouse.
You Ramil, when you looked at it, you felt protected. You felt like someone is watching over her now.
Okay.
Does that solve your problem?
My problem?
Not your problem. No, Viscero.
Oh,
Before I answer that, I have another question for you.
You want to ask how did you feel when that wolf looked at you?
Oh wait, he's underneath it. Oh no, you're back now. You're talking to us. Yeah.
We're all together now.
Yeah.
Ask.
Yeah. Can I roll something to find out maybe the alignment of not Esmeralda? How's the one who's now the mayor of Valaki?
Arena?
Called again? Arena, right?
How dare you question?
She's probably
it's his girlfriend.
very much committed to stopping Strahd,
Yes.
right?
Yes, very much.
And do I think she would do some horrible things to accomplish that goal?
So you do know that she was very traumatized by Strahd. As you recall, he visited her twice. Third time was supposed to be it, but you managed to deliver her to Valaki. But there is this thing with her brother, if you remember, that he went to the forest to look for you. He got transferred into a vampire. You broke the news, and she was almost mad with sorrow. So that's a very good question there, Viscero.
Okay. Okay. So what I say to the group then is that okay, then maybe it's for the best. Can you take this letter with you for Arena? And I'm like leaning against a tree or something and writing on a piece of parchment.
Yes,
And
of course.
Yeah, so it's a letter, and I'm writing. There may be a time where you will need to do something truly horrible. Just know that I'm as committed to stopping Strahd as you are, and that it's for the greater good. And I take the stake that I have from Van Richten, and I hand Esmeralda the letter and the stake.
Okay, she accepted.
P.S. Kill the child.
Yeah, right. With the stake specifically.
Well, that is then the second letter that we would send if it were actually come to that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to send my owl to follow them, and I'm telling it to just follow them to the city, and once they get to the city to come back to me.
Okay.
And I asked it to follow them from like 500 feet away.
Okay.
As far as it can, just to keep an eye contact, but not to be close to them. And to try to hide on its own.
Okay. Great. Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys want to take another look at the tower? I mean, what's left of it?
Yeah,
I'm
all
a
right.
little scared to go up there. I'm pretty okay down here where the roof isn't half collapsed and falling over and, you know.
I'm full hit points. I'm good. I'll go back in with Aramel.
There's also corpses to loot.
There's a whole library up there, although burnt. Anything that's not burnt is good.
Yeah.
There's only one corpse to loot. The other ones are skeletons.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we gotta
that still
pull that
counted
the
corpses.
invisible guy in his armor. I'm curious
Did he
about
come to
that.
life when he left the magic barrier?
Yeah, let's drag him out. See what happens.
Oh yeah.
So
Is he turned visible? Or?
so as you drag the oh no, actually you dragged it already. I think Gary
Yeah.
took it.
Oh yeah, Gary
Yeah.
used it as a shield.
Yeah.
Awesome. By the way,
Must be really
awesome.
pissed
Mad
by them
respect.
right now.
So it still lies there, but as I said, it has the same runes that cover the door. Some of the runes are on it, so maybe there's a pattern there.
Somebody do a dance.
I was a little unsure which way I was going to go with you, Gary, because you're a warlock and a tiefling. But after seeing you use that human shield, you're basically an orc now. Like you're a brother.
Cool. Your brothers? Battle brothers?
Brothers, yeah. Can you do one of those dances over this corpse? You see these runes here? I saw you did it before.
Are these the same runes that were on the door, right? You said?
The same form, but you think that you can read those, or you can do the stick dance. Depends on how you want to do it.
No, hold it up if you want to dance.
Okay, so I'm
Well,
like, okay, this is
yeah, no
armor,
circle.
and clearly this armor can also do the dance. So either I wear the armor, or we position the armor so it does it. I'm
I
not gonna
think you
dance
should
in this
wear the
armor. I already
armor.
done it.
Can we take the armor off of it?
I don't know, it's invisible.
Can we put on the armor?
Yes.
Yeah, it's empty. It doesn't have anything inside of it.
I'll do
And
it.
I bet, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna do
What-
it.
You just
what
show
if-
me what to do. I'll mimic you. We'll dance together.
Yes.
What if this dance activates this armor and it's like a guardian? That will
Then
Whatever.
Enoch
Then I'll
becomes
be
the
the
guardian,
guardian.
right?
And I'm the guardian.
Yeah, exactly.
The wizard who built this area has specialized in building golems. He probably can build a construct, like an armor construct as well.
Mhm. What are you suggesting, Aramil? That this is a bad idea?
Probably.
This contract sucks. Then you're gonna attack us.
If
We'll
you
just sat
can
there.
read it, why don't you read it while it's on this invisible corpse
Let's try. Let's try reading it.
and see what happens? Maybe we get a bodyguard.
Okay, so roll Arcana, Aramil, and maybe Gary can help you with it.
Sure, I'll help.
Okay, I got a 20.
Okay. Gary, you want to help him? It was an advantage roll, right? If Gary is helping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can roll again.
You should.
It's still a 20.
Okay. So as you read it, suddenly the runes kind of mesh into this word that you recognize. The name is Kazan. And as you say the word, like Iron Man style, the suit expands and stands in front of you as if someone is inside of it. Obviously, it's empty. There's this reddish glow that emanates from within it, and the runes glow. And then you hear this voice. What are your commands, master?
Boom. You
As soon
got
as
a
that happens, we're
bodyguard.
like, okay, we gotta program this thing correctly.
I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna say, I'm just experimenting. Kneel down.
You are not master.
Thought so.
Shit.
Aramel.
Alright, I tell him to kneel down. Or sit down.
Sit down?
Okay.
Okay, he sits. It sits.
Does he have a weapon?
Nope.
Not sure he needs it.
Was there a weapon inside the
Do
tower?
you want one?
Take us to the storage room.
And he turns around and steps straight to the tower, and as it passes the anti-magic field, it just smashes on the floor.
Okay. Oh, it's got limitations.
Well, now
Drag it back out.
Aramil, you can use him to like lift chests so you don't get blown
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Not inside the magic room. Not inside the anti-magic zone.
Yeah,
No,
but everywhere else.
Everywhere else.
Yeah.
You should
Okay.
get him to guard the wagon while we go investigate the tower now.
The wagon's already left, didn't it?
Did they leave in the wagon or did
Yeah.
Ito?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
After Esmeralda parted from Nelfane, I'll spare you the details, but they were having fun in the forest.
Thanks, I
and
don't.
And then she departed.
They were playing cards, right?
Yeah.
A rousing game of blackjack.
Completely children's safe.
What else could we be doing?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, just get him to stand guard. Let's go investigate.
Yeah.
I really
Those-
want to know what happens if I put on that armor.
And
you
then
say the command
activate
word.
It will
Do
really
I
hurt.
become your slave? Like, I really want to know.
Okay, so you all are back into the tower. Again, the anti-magic field just vibrates, and you kind of feel naked again. But you explored the inner working of the tower. So the iron golems are still there, and if you want, they can lift you up to the third floor, which is just below the floor that was exploded. And there you can definitely see a bunch of crates and there's workshop table and maps and drawings of how to construct golems, and all kinds of arcane formula are just splattered across the walls. And you all basically are sitting there and exploring the shelves, the books that are there, all kinds of vials, the workshop desk itself. As you do that, you hear two things. One of them is the flapping of great wings and something landing on the roof or on the higher floor, just poof, and you can see the wooden ceiling just cracks as someone is walking there, and below you can hear something skulking. You don't hear exactly what, but you can hear it.
So we're on the third floor,
Yeah, you are on the third
And-
floor. Below
and
you,
something's on the roof,
yeah,
and then something on the main floor. is
yes.
skulking.
Hey, Enoch, give me a boost up there. I want to see what's on this roof.
I don't know if that's a wise idea. All right, fine. I'll throw you up.
Yeah. Mouse.
Oh my gross! Come on.
You land on the wooden floor, and you can see someone. You don't see his face. All you can see is this big black cloak with, the, how do you call it? The collar stretched up, and you can see it facing the lake with the cloak on, covering his body. And then he looks back at you, and you can see red eyes staring at you. And this creature says, "Well met, Mouse. It's been a long time."
Do I hear
More
that?
people who claim to have met me before? Who are you?
And he says, "Don't you recognize me?" And then he turns around so you can see his face, and you see Falcon.
No way.
Oh no,
Hey!
he's gone dark side. Guys,
How'd you find me?
And he smiles and says, "I just went by the smell." And when he smiles, you can see the two fangs.
Can I climb up?
How far away is he?
He's very close. Yes, Enoch, if you want, you can climb up. You all hear this exchange
pull up.
between
Yeah.
Mouse and
Who's-
this guy.
I would like to
Who's this
climb
guy
up
again?
also.
Falcon?
So
Falcon, yeah, the were-raven.
Oh, okay.
Now
Sorry.
were-raven. I thought
see.
I'm gonna pull up so that so I can like in the process I'm like, oh hey Falcon, I thought you were dead.
I want to
I'm
like
climbing up.
stomp on your hands and push you back in, and then I want to
Oh,
charge and try
motherfucker.
and push him off the roof.
You're gonna kick me down?
Yes.
That's brotherly love.
wait, off the roof, off the tower?
Yeah.
He can
I know
fly,
he can
dude.
fly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I want to
just
charge
for
him
effect.
off the roof.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Go for it. Okay, so you stamp on Enoch's hands, and then you go charging this dude. Roll your attack.
Oh yeah, that's a 23.
Awesome.
That was
So-
your chance to redeem yourself because you didn't push the girl, right?
I didn't want to push the girl. I wanted to pull the girl. Totally different.
So you're basically trying to take him with you outside, or just you trying to stop? I mean, push him.
I want to stop and I want to push him.
Okay.
Oh, like
great.
a flying kick.
Perfect, like a flying kick.
Okay. Roll your damage. You fly and hit him square in the chest. Poof.
Right on. It does. Did I get a 10 feet running start?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect.
A flying kick is a down, back, forward triangle, by the way.
12 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So you hit him square in the chest. Poof. He just flies back, falls down, and then two huge bat-like wings explode from his body. And he just, hovers there mid-air, and you see the change that his body undergo. He's now this vampiric creature. You can see the ripples in his muscles, the fangs that now decorate his mouth and his red eyes. And he says, I am late for a family meeting, but I do have a message for you. And when he says that, those noises that were heard in the floor below you, you can feel something is wiggled between two beams of the floor that you are standing on, those guys on the third floor, and you can see a letter just pushed up and it falls down, and it's stamped with Strahd's insignia. And
Message for you, sir.
and with that, Falcon smiles and says, I hope next time I see you will be on the same terms. Now, he says,
Me too.
off to meet my father. And then he flies into the darkness.
I want to
Crap.
run back and like grab onto the edge and do that cool backflip thing where I go from the top to the bottom and I land in and say, "He's a vampire." That's it. That's all I say.
Really?
He's like somersaulting and goes, "He's a vampire."
I'm gonna punch him in the arm, hard.
I'll take that.
Do you guys think we can get to the Raven Father before he does?
Probably not, but we should try.
If you can
Yeah.
fly, maybe, because he's flying there now.
I got a crossbow. Maybe I can shoot him down from the arrow slots.
What do you do with the letter?
I open
Yeah,
it.
pick up the letter, but let's go quickly.
Don't open it right away. It might be like trapped or something.
Yeah, wait till we're not here. You go open it yourself.
Yeah.
Now we have to wait for the incredibly slow elevator.
And there's probably still something downstairs.
Well, I
Looking
can't.
for
I still want to search this area, but I mean, I'm not going to be able
Yeah,
to
me
make
too.
it back there. I'm not going to be able to compete with Gary in speed.
Oh yeah.
So you go warn them, and I will stay here and search.
Okay.
I'm not going by myself.
Come on, be an orc.
I'm done with the orc life. It was good for like 15 minutes, but I'm done.
Okay, so
See if there's a spell I can use for that.
I open the letter.
okay, you can see this delicate handwrite covering the letter. It's not very long, and it reads as follows.
Oh, I can't read it. Somebody else has to read it.
Oh, okay,
Can't read.
I'll read it.
okay. So
Can't read
Aramis,
Seemed
cursive.
appropriate.
you pick up this letter, and you can immediately appreciate the delicacy of the handwrite. It reads as follows: "My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you to dine at my castle, so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarevich."
That guy's
It's a
a
tarp.
jerk.
That guy's
You want to RSVP now?
Your owl's gone. I don't know how we're gonna get there in time.
Can you just like climb up the roof and crumple the letter and just throw it off the tower
Just burn the letter.
so they
no.
see him?
Burn
Well,
it.
burn it.
maybe
No,
make him think that we are coming.
No. He touched this. He made it. Maybe we can use it for scrying or something.
Falcon did say
Oh,
he
that's-
could smell us, and that's why he's been following us. So someone needs to shout. It's not me. I smell great all the time, but
I'm hearing-
somebody
Probably
else.
just followed the trail of bodies and burned buildings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he
maybe,
could.
yeah.
Oh,
I think we should hold on to that letter. I think it might be useful down the road.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, well,
The invitation doesn't specify a time or a place, right? I mean, we
It's a
assume it's
place.
Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
I say, because you brought up scrying, he can probably scry on us, right? Is there a way for him to stop, for us to stop him from doing that all the time?
He can
I
actually
suppose-
scry us, by the way.
With that scroll,
Yeah.
he could, because he knows.
Although I could probably have done that until now anyway.
Yeah, hasn't he
I
been
mean, he's been
following
watching us,
us
like-
and watching us in wolf form like this whole friggin' time?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't know.
He's always
I believe
around.
so. Yes.
He wants
I-
to die. That's
I
it.
feel-
He brought us here to kill him.
I
because,
actually,
you know,
I actually think that deep down inside he probably does, but I think we don't need to worry about him scrying on us. He can see us anytime. Like, he's everywhere. There's bats, rats, wolves.
And
I have not
everybody
seen
seems to
rats
be
yet,
working on
so that's
That's a.
keep it to the facts.
I just don't like rats.
I like rats.
So are we agree? Gary's gonna go by himself to warn the Crow Father.
No,
I don't know
no.
if I can go faster with that than that guy. Also, he can hunt me down from the sky and take me out, probably.
You probably will.
Then there's no way we're gonna beat him.
I thought his dad was dead.
Unless
Wasn't
we
he
can.
the dude who died when they burnt down the bar?
The
No,
winery?
that's this
No.
guy. That's this guy that died.
Falcon died?
We found Falcon on like day one.
Yeah.
He was a crow, and he couldn't
was
turn back
stuck
into
in
his
bird
humanoid
form.
form.
Yeah,
And
his
then
Yeah.
he
father,
took us to the bar
From his father?
where all
his
the other
father is
ones were.
Davian Matikov, the one that you saved his winery from the giant tree-like creature. So that is his
Yeah.
father, the ancient crow, who told you about
His-
the cask.
Yeah.
His
And how-
brother and his sister-in-law died at the end. They're the corpses that I carried back to the
That's
church.
it.
Yeah.
Can
and
I?
How far
Sorry.
away is it to the winery from where we are now?
It's actually very far. Let's see.
Shoot. Can you send a message to them?
Oh,
I
now
don't
that
have
his
no
owl's
spell.
gone.
Sorry?
How fast is he?
Come on, a sending spell. It's a cantrip
What?
or a third level spell.
Or third level spell.
Yeah.
Almost
Well,
the same thing, right?
Well, there are two
Totally.
versions. There is a weak,
So,
like.
so
version
basically
of
now
it.
you're in this crossroad. Every other, I mean, Valaki, the winery, and the mountains are basically equally far from you.
And how far is that? Like, how many days travel?
You think it's something like 2 days or something like that in the forest if nothing happens.
There's no
If
way.
Nothing happens.
All right. Well, if we're not going to be able to get there in time, I think we're just going to have to trust that the ravens can defend themselves or flee.
There is one thing we can do if, but I don't know. It's unclear. How far away is? Like, I guess we've been talking for a couple moments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he within like bow shot? Is there something we can like wing clip him or something like this?
So no, basically he just vanished with 2 flips of his bat-like wings. It's and gone.
We would need silvered arrows and
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not prepared to kill a vampire at the moment.
If you guys want
Why
another
not?
puzzle, how about this thing? And I pull out the head from my bag. Hold it in my hair. Can you tell me what this is? This
It's a
scroll, I haven't
severed
looked at it
head.
yet.
it's a severed
what?
head.
I think
Yeah,
this
but-
is the perfect opportunity to just stop, right? With him. And what about this?
Wait, want another puzzle? That's perfect.
Just
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
We'll
God.
stop at exactly at this point. This is
Oh.
freaking amazing.
I love how our sessions just go from like subgenre to subgenre. Comedy, drama, action,
Everything.
dark comedy.
D&D, it's everything. It's life. It's imitating life. Life imitates D&D.
But when
That's
is
it.
that comedy for us? Like, when are we
D&D
not having
finds
fun?
a way.
Yeah.
It finds a way.
And what about this?
Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think the scene of tonight goes to Mouse with his arrow flipping and
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely a scene to remember.
Good.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah. We should give inspiration to Mouse.
Yeah,
But I also think we should give inspiration for Gary for ending with like, yeah, if you want another puzzle, how about this? that deserves inspiration also, I think.
yeah, yep. I
For the
agree.
comedic effect.
I agree.
And for the Gary
Yeah.
did lots good tonight. A, he took the head. B, he charged out with a human shield.
Human.
He did great job.
yeah,
Yeah, that was quick.
But only a 2.0 for his dancing. That,
Yeah.
he could have
Yeah.
done that better.
I got scorched by Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Aramil and I did.
awesome guys. Okay, great. So you live to see another day in Barovia.
Barely.
And you have an invitation from the host himself, so should be interesting in the next couple of sessions.
Yeah.
Or 20, whenever we feel we are level 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Level 20, maybe level 25, then we'll be ready.
We'll go.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
We didn't level this time, did we?
So this is our second session in 6th level,
The 6th level.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we'll just see what happens next session, and then we'll see. It's a milestone based progression here, so it's not XP or something like that. But hopefully next session.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Great.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Thanks.
And
You too.
see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Great job, everybody. Hope you feel better, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I love your T-shirt, by the way, Brian.
Oh, this one.
Find
Yeah.
him before he finds you.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't see that.
Where's Walter? Yeah.